Welcome. Hi, I'm Doug Farley, the director at the Cobblestone Museum. Today is Saturday, July 12th, 2025. With me today are Bill Lattin, retired museum director and retired Orleans County historian. Also with me is Scott Barrett. Scott is a former Albionite and currently lives in Bloomington, Indiana. Longtime member, longtime supporter of the Cobblestone Museum. We're here today to talk about a donation Scott recently made to the museum and a donation he also made in 2010. He's donated 2 coverlets now to our wonderful collection of Orleans County 19th century coverlets. So we'll talk a little bit more about that with Scott. Get the lowdown on how he came upon these 2 coverlets and get his opinion of what people should know about those coverlets. So welcome, Scott.
Doug, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be back in Albion.
We're glad you're here.
Delighted.
For your, I understand it's your high school reunion.
It is.
We won't talk about the year.
No, I think that's entirely appropriate. We'll leave that to another
People
day.
can guess. All right, very good. So you're back in Albion, but over the years you've thought about us quite a bit. You've kept the museum in your thinking and in your planning. So tell us a little bit about, maybe first start with the 2010 donation of the Jacquard coverlet.
Okay, in 2010, we run Garth's Auction House mailing list there in Delaware, Ohio, and I saw a lot offered, which was a quilt, Jacquard coverlet actually, that said Orleans County, had a name and the name of a weaver, and I called and got a condition report on it, made sure it was okay, and I bought it for not much money, a few $100s. I don't remember exactly. And sent it to Bill, and Bill and I had a lot of fun trying to figure out who Ann Dobbs was. Mm-hmm. Ann Dobbs was the maker or the owner?
I think it was the owner.
I think it's the owner, yes.
Okay, and I don't remember the weaver's name, but Bill had no success with the census records, and we tried and it wasn't to be. So all I know about it is that it comes from Orleans County, and it's in pretty good shape, and it just had to come back here.
Move forward to the more recent donation.
Okay, the second one I think is that I'm donating right now is I think more important, and again I have limited information on it. This one comes from my mother. I inherited it from my mother. I don't know where she got it, other than she, like me, liked to go to estate auctions. And this one is significant, I believe, because it contains it was made for Olive Bullard. And of course, Bullard is a prominent name in Albion, as anybody who's driven on East Avenue knows as you drive past Bullard Park. Mm-hmm. So when I found that in the closet, we're trying to clean out and downsize. I found that, I said, this has got to go to Doug and to the Cobblestone Society. So that's how it ended up here. I don't have information on who these people are other than Olive Bullard, of course. And Bill, you probably know something about the Bullard family.
We shouldn't have any problem looking up who Olive was.
Okay, and by the way, it's dated 1852.
Yeah.
Good.
The cobblestone house that I live in was built by Brigadier and Lavina Bullard. So, and he was one of several Bullard brothers living in the area in the first half of the 19th century.
Sure.
So they were a large family around these parts.
Okay, so a prominent name. We've got whether Olive Bullard, the park is named after Olive Bullard or not, I don't know.
We'll find out for you.
Okay. I'm sorry, I wish I had more to add, but I just don't know very much. Normally when I buy something, I'll find out a good bit about it, but I didn't buy the second one, and I got all the information that I could on the first one and handed it off to Bill.
Yes,
So I'm happy, Doug and Bill, for any questions.
Yeah, we've got it on display, currently on display, so if anyone comes to visit, they will see both of the coverlets.
Okay.
We'll take this opportunity maybe to talk to, you started talking about the Bullard family, but let's talk a little bit about your family. You have a long history in Albion. Your parents were both physicians, I believe, at Arnold Gregory, so can you talk about that, growing up here in Albion? maybe a little bit what's changed?
Loved growing up in Albion. Yes, my parents were here from, well, I was here too, from the mid-'60s until I left after graduating from high school in '68, and come back regularly, but have never come back to live. And
Where did you live before your family came here?
Dutchess County.
Oh, okay. Oh, my ancestors started out in Dutchess County.
Oh, okay. Well, long story short, it was just a career move for my parents, and turned out to be a very good one. They loved Albion. My entire family loved Albion. Of course, I do, and it's always a pleasure to get back here.
Your mother was a pathologist, as I recall?
Yes, she was the coroner here for
coroner.
many years. They don't have medical examiners in the smaller counties, but she was a deputy medical examiner down in Westchester County.
And your father was
Anesthesiologist.
an anesthesia. Okay.
Are they residing in Mount Albion?
No, they are in. My mother is from Indiana originally. My
Okay.
dad is from New York,
Okay.
and they are buried in a small family cemetery, or at a cemetery in Indiana.
Well, Albion was lucky to have two very talented doctors in their midst for a while. So,
Well, and we were very fortunate to have found out it.
Yeah.
very good.
I remember your mother fondly. She was jolly and outgoing, and I got acquainted with her. I didn't know your father anywhere near as well, but
Not surprising. Many people said the same sort of thing about my mom and dad.
So very good. I think that will conclude the video portion, other than maybe to mention that the first donation was recorded in the Cobblestones Museum publication, which was put out for the 50-year anniversary of the Cobblestone Museum. There was a still photo taken at that time of Scott and Bill as he donated that first coverlet. Fast forward 15 years, we're taking a video, so we've advanced from still photographed by Kodak and digital images on a digital camera and video to be seen by the whole world on the internet. So,
Thank you.
thank you, Scott.